We are the Pennsylvania Manufacturers Association.
We are the Pennsylvania Manufacturers Association.
Business in Pennsylvania.
And business in Pennsylvania is our business.
For our listeners who may not be aware of this story, I think most of you probably are, the Philadelphia Inquirer this week has a story about a case being dropped by the State Attorney General Kathleen Kane, a case involving an investigation that began when you, Governor, were the Attorney General back in 2010. Now, most of this case really played out after you left office, but you were there for the inception. And the reason that the Attorney General is giving for dropping this case, well, there were several. One, she said she had concerns that there were racially motivated investigations. She also said she gave the case to the Dauphin County District Attorney and to the feds, and they both turned their nose up on it. And in fact, she said the Dauphin County DA said it was unprosecutable. Now, there are other people who say she didn't give the entire case to the feds and the Dauphin County DA, and so maybe they weren't seeing the entire picture when they gave those opinions. The probe itself was an undercover sting involving Philadelphia officials, including 4 state representatives, all Democrats in Philadelphia. And on tape, they're accepting envelopes of cash and other gifts. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to say anything you want about this situation, Governor, but I do have 2 specific questions that I think you can address. Again, since this started when you were in office, I want to talk about her accusation, basically, that this was racially motivated. When you were AG and in the years since, have you ever heard any mention or made any mention yourself of race when it comes to this particular investigation?
I've never heard any mention of race when it comes to any investigation. The men and women in that office who have been there for a long time, men and women who were there with me that are still there, and men and women who have since left. Race is never a motivating factor for any of them.
The Inquirer article stated, though, that the agent that was working with the undercover informant and the guy who was wearing the wire and handing out the cash, that the agent indicated he was told by the supervising attorney from the AG's office to target members of the Black Caucus.
I can't comment on that because I don't have any knowledge of that. Nobody has told me that, and now you're asking me to go further into this than we're going to comment on because it is a case that initially began, I think, very close to the time I was elected governor and then getting ready to take office, and then was picked up by first the acting attorney general, then the appointed attorney general, and then was delivered to the president attorney general. I'm not going to step into their matters.
I understand that. I have one more question, though. Has the current attorney general contacted you to get any information from you? Have you talked to her about this?
No.
Not at all. Has she reached out?
No.